There's been a bit of an uproar recently over the lack of supply of eggs. This is all to do with the ban on the caged system, which has now come into force. Now, what's my take on it? I'll tell you after the intro. Hi, it's Fee here, the healthy vegan author and creator of the Gold Card Vegan Resource website. Now, the ban on battery hens, or the battery cages and battery hens, is that what you call them, for the eggs? Well, this ban that has now come into law here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, I think it's fantastic, but I also think it's a fantastic example of a classic PR move. It's all just a bit of a facade, a show put on to appease the masses and make us believe that they actually care about the welfare of animals. Okay, so don't get me wrong here. Of course, I fully support the ban. But let's start with the obvious. It's not like the government just woke up one day and decided to ban caged chickens out of the goodness of their heart. This was a calculated move, a response to public pressure fueled by media and animal rights activists, me included. I was there getting the petition signed. And even then, the ban only applies to the small cages. So the chickens can be transferred into colony-style cages. And these cages can take up to 60 and sometimes even 80 hens. They'll push them in there. It gives the hen about the size of, I haven't got a piece of paper here, but an A4 size of piece of paper. That's your standard piece of paper that comes out of a printer. So the chickens still can suffer in their cramped, miserable quarters. But according to the Spin, these colony cages are equipped with, wait for it, furnishings. Yeah, furnishings. Like nest boxes, perches, scratch pads. But whichever way you look at it, they're still in a wire cage. Now, getting back to the ban. It was set in place back in 2012. And it gave the farmers 10 years to sort their act out. Now, many of these farmers invested money into the colony system because at that stage, it was going to be legal. But they've been thwarted by the supermarket chains who said their consumers only wanted free range or barn raised. And so they're going to stop selling all caged eggs by 2027, I think it is. One supermarket, I think, is 2025 and the other was 2027. Now, as far as I am aware, and I could be wrong on this, but I couldn't find anything about it, the government did nothing to help these farmers. No financial aid, no incentives, no support. And because the ban was brought in by the national government, I'm kind of wondering if the current one, the Labour Party, just let it all slip by into the shadows. I don't know. But this is outrageous that, the government don't help farmers in order to transition. Again, I must reiterate that I am in favour of taking the chickens out of cages. However, we can't forget the environmental impact of this compassionate move. Free-range systems require more land, more water and more feed, which contributes to deforestation, water pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. But, hey, of course, the government won't acknowledge this. And, what about the chickens themselves? The ones who are supposed to benefit from this ban. Sure, they'll have more room to move about, but they'll still be crammed into sheds with tens of thousands of birds living in their own filth and breathing in toxic air. And if they fall ill, they'll still be treated with antibiotics, which contributes to the growing problem of antibiotic resistance. Okay, but let's not get bogged down by facts and logic. The ban on caged chickens is a feel-good measure designed to make us believe that we're doing something to help animals. And it's working. People are patting themselves on the back for supporting cruelty-free eggs without realising that the reality is far from the idyllic picture painted by the egg industry. Now, the ban on caged chickens for eggs is, to me, seems to be nothing more than a smokescreen, a hollow gesture aimed at making us think that the government cares about animal welfare. It's not going to make a real difference in the lives of chickens. There's going to be many farmers who are going to be just walk off their farms because they can't afford to now put the money into barns or other ways of having free range. And we will start importing eggs, just like we did with the pork industry. Import, and there's no control over where they're coming from. It's actually going to cause more harm than good in the long run. But hey, at least we can feel good about ourselves, right? There's only one solution, and that is to stop eating eggs altogether. Go vegan. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please share, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your comments, and subscribe, clicking the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. And hey, remember to have great food. Make it whole plant-based. And there's ways and means of being compassionate to all animals. Going vegan is one. But be compassionate to all animals, including farmers who really do need our support. Bye for now.